Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video we'll be unboxing the Warhammer Age of Sigmar Dominion box set. Here we go, here's the Dominion box set from Warhammer Age of Sigmar, and this launches the new edition of the Age of Sigmar game, and I picked up my Dominion box set from a local game store for £112.50. The RRP is £125 with Games Workshop, but you can make some great savings online, and I'll put some links in the description below to Element Games and also Wayland Games where you can save up to 20% there. So really worth shopping around because you can get some great deals. Super excited to get this open and have a look at all the contents up close. It's been a great build up and a really good launch this time for the new game, and I'm really pleased that so many people have been able to get a copy themselves. So this is really great news. But in this video you'll have a look at all the content, so if you haven't got it yet you can decide if this is a game that you'd like to pick up. So let's take a look at the box itself and then we'll get it open and have a look at everything that comes with it. The cover art is really nice. We've got the big, huge Annihilator on the front here, and we've got this faded image in this nice red, and so really good start on the front. And then on the sides we're just going to see another picture of the Annihilator all the way around. Exactly the same on each side, and then flipping it over, it's going to tell us exactly what we're going to get in the box. And so we get a nice image of the battlefield, all the miniatures in there. We've got our two leaders, one for the Cruel Boys, which is a killer boss on Great Gnashtooth, and then one for the Stormcaster Eternal in Drasta, the Celestial Spear. And in this box we're going to get a 360 page Warhammer Age of Sigmar core book, and that's the main core book, so it's everything we need to learn the game. We're also going to get a 24 page start here book, so which is great for new players, which is what I am. I haven't played Age of Sigmar yet, so really looking forward to seeing that. We're also going to get 14 War Scroll cards and 2 Allegiance Abilities cards, and then 60 Citadel miniatures for the Stormcaster Eternals and the Cruel Boys. Okay, now onto the best bit. Let's get this open and we can see exactly what's included. But it'd be great to hear what you think of your game if you've picked it up so far. So add your comments below. I love reading all the comments and hearing your feedback. So join in the comments. And let's flip this over and get the lid off and we'll see what we're going to get. So there we are. That's the inside of the box. And we're welcomed with this nice piece of artwork which is in there mainly to protect all the pieces and everything. But this is great. This looks really nice. So it's a really good start. And then on the back, Warhammer Age of Sigmar. Nice thick card. And then what looks like a pile of plastic, which is crazy. This is packed. So alright, let's get it all out and then we can have a look at all the sprues individually a little bit closer up. So tons here. Wow, that's like 12 of these small sprues already. Another one there, 2, 3. This is a lot. We've got a lot of plastic going on here. Right, so that's all the sprues out. Then we've got another one of those little protectors. So this is going to protect all the books underneath. But this is really nice. Really pleased with this. I think from all the unboxings I've done so far for Warhammer, this is probably the best image that's been included. So that's really good. Really nice. And then we're going to get all the books. Whoa, that is big. That's a massive book. That's huge. 360 pages. And really nice cover, which we'll have a closer look at later. There's all that as well. And then in here we get that image again on the card, and then we're going to find a nice bag of bases, one large oval base, one large round base. So that's everything taken out of the box. So now let's go through and we'll have a close look at all the sprues, then we'll take a look at the start here book and the cards, flick through the main book, and then that will give us a good idea of what we're going to get then. Okay, so here's all the sprues laid out, and it really is a lot. There's a lot going on here, so it's going to take a good while to build all this, which is awesome. But let's have a look at each sprue individually. Okay, here's the first one. I just put it on a black background, so hopefully you can see it a lot closer and catch all the great detail that's included here. This is our first sprue, and this is going to include Indrasta, the Celestial Spear, the Lord Imperator Knight Vexilor with Banner of Apotheosis, and the 3 Praetors Knight Arcanum. So what a good sprue to kick things off with. And so this is the Indrasta pieces here on this side. So you can see we've got this awesome tree, this swampy looking tree, which is really all building into the theme that we're getting with this Dominion box set. And I'm really hoping we get some swampy terrain as well. So that's something I'm looking forward to. And maybe in the preview that comes out later today, we'll actually see some. So that'd be awesome. But here the wings are looking really great. Let's bring that a little bit closer because I think you should see the detail on these. Let that focus. There we go. So it's not overly detailed, but I think with some dry brushing, we can really catch some of that great texture. And that's going to be really quite simple to paint up. So yeah, that's going to be really nice. I'm going with a black theme with my Stormcaster Eternals, so lots of dry brushing, so I can see tons of texture on here that's going to work really nicely. And the shields are looking brilliant. They're fantastic. Some of the nicest shields I've seen yet, and all the armor's looking really great. So yeah, really pleased with this. Oh, the banner's really good. Look at that. Look at all that. So we've got all that done for us on the banner. We literally just painted by numbers, filling in those gaps, which is really good. And let's spin it around just so you can see the other side. Yeah, that banner's fantastic. Look at that. Really good. Got these huge hammers. So this is a great start. Really looking good. So that's our first sprue. And now we're getting our first look at the Cruel Boys. And here we're going to see our killer boss on Great Gnashtooth. We're going to also get our Merc Knob. Here's the Belcher banner. And then we're also going to see on here the 3 Man-Skewer Bolt Boys. So these really are looking good. If you look at this piece here, let's get a close-up on that. The details are incredible. These are some of the best sculpts I've seen yet. The shield's fantastic as well. Look at that shield. Well, these are much better than I thought. And these I'm going to do in the contrast method like I usually paint. And I think they're going to come up fantastic. All these natural colours are perfect for the contrast paints. And then in metallics, we can use some technical typhus corrosion to really dirty that up. So these are going to be really great, and loving that Gnashtooth. So this is really fun. I love this. Really great. That Belcher banner's cool. Look at this. Yeah, these details are some of the best. So I'm really pleased I've got this set now. There's one of the Man-Skewer Bolt Boys. And again, the swampy theme's being continued with the terrain there. So really nice. Some awesome details. Okay, so that's our first glimpse of the Cruel Boys. I'm not disappointed. What do you think? It'd be awesome to hear your thoughts in the comments. So add them down below and let me know what you think so far. But this is really cool. Now we're on to the third of the larger sprues, and we're continuing with the Cruel Boys. And this one looks like it's going to be the 10 Gut Rippers. And so we've got 10 really awesome shields. And these aren't double sprues either. So they're completely different. So that's really good. So looks like we're going to get all different shields as well, with all different faces on. So that's really nice. They're going to be good fun to paint. I think we're going to really get some great texture going on there with some, again, contrast. A little bit of dry brushing. It's going to be fantastic. I love all the stitching that you can see on this too. Really nice. Should we zoom in on a shield? Let's do that. Let's have a close look. Yeah, look at those shields. They're really good. A really fun part of this warband for sure. These are going to be great in Warcry. Really going to fit the whole Warcry aesthetic. And I think these are going to work really well alongside the original Warcry warbands too. Nice. So there we go. That's our third of the larger sprues. So now we'll move on to the half size ones. Okay, so now we're on to the half size ones. And in all the excitement, I think I got the first one wrong. That had the Annihilators on, not the Praetors. So here we're going to see the Praetors now. And these are really nice. I really like the robes. Not too much texture on these ones though. So, but I think with a bit of dry brushing, that's going to come out nice. This is the sort of thing that doesn't work all that great, I find, with the way I'd use the contrast paints. But I think in the traditional way, it's going to look nice. But I'm hoping when I do the dry brushing on these, that's going to come up good. But I'm loving everything else. The axes are really great. The little banners coming off them, really nice, and really like skinny Stormcast. So that's interesting. But lots of armor. You know, not too many bits of material on these. So there's going to be lots of armor to paint. So these are going to be looking awesome in black. Really good. And then how are we looking for heads as well? Let's pick those out. There's meant to be loads of different heads here. 1, 2, 3, and then we've got faces for each of them if we want to as well. So should we have a close up on some heads? There's one there. That looks great. And then we've got the faces as well. Really nice. Okay, that's that one. Okay, and now we've got the killer boss with stab grot on this side. And on this side, we've got the Knight Arcanum. And the Knight Arcanum is one of the models I was really looking forward to getting built. I like the kind of wizards and shamans, and this one looked fantastic. The white mask is great, which you can see down here. So let's get a close-up on that, because I think that's going to be a really cool piece for the model. That looks awesome. Or you can choose the head. So you've got lots of options with heads with this set. Looking great. There we go. And then we've got the killer boss there. The shield is awesome. All these shields are fantastic. And then we've got that fallen Stormcaster there in that swampy grossness for the base. And I love all this swampy texture they've gone with the cloth and the robes and things. And then this little dude's going to be great fun to build. So that's a really good sprue. 2 of the main characters there. Right, let's move on to the next one. Right, on our next one, I think I made a mistake on the first sprue. This is the Lord Imperatant, and he's going to come with a Gryph-hound as well. And another great model that I've been looking forward to, because this robe has got some awesome features, which you can see the back here, but also there as well. So let's zoom in on that, have a closer look. That's going to be a really nice feature there. That pelt hanging around him, really awesome. Some great weapon choices. And again, I think we're just going to get the head with this one. So there's the head. We can just focus on that a bit better, I think. There we go. That's better. And then on this sprue, which is going to be one of my favourites, it's the Swamp Caller Shaman with Pot Grot. And this is going to be awesome to build. I can't wait to build this one. In fact, this will probably be one of the first ones I build, for sure. So this is looking really good. Let's just focus on that. So much detail. Look at that. That's crazy good. And that huge skull there is mad. So this is going to, again, really nice for the contrast paints. We can pick all this out. We've got the stuff there. Yeah, this is fantastic. Really happy with this. Cool. So that's that sprue. And now we can go on to the smaller sprues now. Now we're on to our Stormcaster Eternal Vindictors, and we're going to get 10 Vindictors altogether. And so for that, they come in these 6 sprues. So these 3 are exactly the same as these 3. So put those to one side, and we can just have a look through here. And these have got the larger shields, which I think are really nice again. Some really nice detail on there. The armour's brilliant. And this going with the black theme and dry brushing. From what I've seen of the Stormcast so far, I think these are going to be perfect for that method. And loads of heads and faces again, so loads of different options. And on this sprue, we've got 6 shields altogether. And it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 spears. And no, 7 spears, and also a banner. So we're going to have lots of variety. And then when we think we've got another triple sprue as well, we're going to have lots of extras there. So that's really nice. So we can build our 10 Vindictors from this, and looks like we can put them in different positions as well. So that's really good. So that's our Vindictors, and now let's move on to what could be the last sprues actually for the Cruel Boys. And here we go, just like we saw with the Vindictors, we're going to have 2 sets of 3 sprues here, and this is going to be for the Hobgrot Slitters, and for those you're going to get 20 altogether. So you can see you're going to get a lot more Cruel Boys than Stormcast, but you actually get more points worth for the Stormcast for the Age of Sigmar points, so that's interesting. But let's put that to one side. And so I would say out of all of them, these are probably my least favourite from looking at them in the previews. But let's have a close look at them here though. But we're still going to get tons of detail. Tons of detail. I think they're a lot smoother, the sections, so lots of skin to paint on these. And I'm not sure what colour to go with yet. Whether to go with the kind of box art or mix it up a bit. I'm not really sure. But this is nice. I like this banner. Let's get in on that. That's standing out really good. Yeah. So nice. But no, certainly not my favourite. But I think this is going to be cool. And you've got 20 of them. So there's going to be a lot to get painted. Awesome. And that's our final set of sprues then. And so that's going to be 20 of those Hobgrot Slitters. And you get the 2 sets of 3 sprues to build them. So that's the sprues. So what do you think of those so far? Looking pretty cool. I'm really impressed with the quality there. But now let's have a look at the Start collecting book and also those war scrolls that come with it. So we'll get rid of that. So there's our war scrolls. This looks like it's going to be our instruction book, and then the Start Here one. Let's have a quick flick through this. I'm not going to go into too much detail with the books, but this one might be good to have a look at. It's going to give us all the sizes of bases, the different variations we can do for our models. Really nice. So these are pretty much going to go together in one way. Not much variation going to be happening there, but I think as we move on and start looking at the Vindictors for sure, then we can have some different variations of how we put those together. So yeah, there's some different ways that we can build these, so that's really good. I love that pose, that's so good. And this one as well, this is really great. So this is probably one of my favourite ones. Looking great, really nice. And then on to the Cruel Boys. So we're going to get much variation here. I imagine with those Hobgrots, there'll be quite a lot going on that we can mix and match with. Yeah, a little bit of variation, not as much as I thought, but we get a little bit there and a little bit here as well. So that's nice. With our Gut Rippers, we can put those in different poses. And that's that. So no paint guide there, but you get a paint guide on the website for sure if you want to have a look at that. But again, I'm going to do my Stormcaster in black, and then pretty much going to copy the box art for the Cruel Boys. Not sure what colour I'm going to do the Hobgrots yet. I was thinking green. I'm not sure I like that colour too much. I might just go with green and do them all the same colour green, but I'll wait and see on that one. So there we are. That's our instruction book to get everything built. Then we've got the Start Here, which is the War at Amberstone Watch, and the idea with this is it gives you a little quick introduction and sets the scene for what this is all about and why these two are doing battle. So we've got a little bit of narrative to read through there, which is nice. Quite a lot of narrative, actually. A lot of narrative. Yeah, so, oh, this is good. It's telling us about each unit, so that's really cool. I like that. Yeah, so this is quite nice. I didn't expect it to be like this. So we can actually read a nice little section about each unit. So that's really fun. I'll probably read through each one just before I build each unit, just to kind of get into the vibe of it all. And then more. Oh, so this isn't really anything to do with... I thought this would be like how to play the game and to get you started into it. But this is really a bit of background. Oh, so that's really nice. So this is all narrative then. So nothing to do with playing the game. I thought it would be like a quick start, where it really just go through the basic rules to get you started. Oh, so that's a nice surprise. So a little bit of reading there, and then we can catch up and find out about each of the units in detail. Brilliant. So that's the Start Here War at Amberstone Watch book, and that leaves us with our War Scrolls. So let's get that off and we'll have a look at those next. I'm just going to flick through these really quick, but I'll do a separate video where we can have a real good look at these, and I'll do that once I've got the miniatures built, so we can actually compare the War Scrolls to the miniatures. But each one's going to get some really nice artwork and photography there, and then on the back all the stats we need to play our Age of Sigmar game. And if you're looking to use these in Warcry, then check out my video I've done where I made some Warcry cards and abilities for the Cruel Boys, so you can download those for free and check those out. I'll be doing some for the Stormcaster too real soon. So these are nice. These images are really great, how they've done the photos on the back. Really liking that. So we're going to get one for each unit, and then this one here is our pitched battle profiles. I'll flick through and we can have a quick look at the other side too, and the same for the Stormcast. Yeah, these are really nice. Looking good. Loving this. All these photography, really good. Annihilators, and then again we're going to get our pitch battle profiles there, and then if we flick through we can see get all our stats and everything on the other side. So again, I'll do another video where we look at all that in detail, but just a quick flick through now so you can see. Nice. So looking forward to learning how all this is going to work. As a noob to Age of Sigmar, I've got lots to learn I think here. So there we go, that's our cards. So that was great. So now let's move on and look at the main rulebook. But before we do the rulebook, I just wanted to show you these cool freebies that came with the game. So I got these from my local shop, and if by any chance you live near Liskeard in Cornwall like me, then I'll put a link down below so you can check out the local shop and give them some support. But they were giving out these freebies that come with it. I don't know if these are going to come with every set of Dominion that comes from Games Workshop. I imagine all the suppliers are going to give you some of these, but you get a little key ring and then you get a little badge. These are really handy. The card sleeves for all our war scrolls, so that's really nice to have. And then these nice little postcards just with some images too. So some nice little freebies, and if you support your local store, there's a good chance that you can pick some of these up too. And now we're on to the final item in the box, which is the core rulebook, 360 pages, and this is big. This is really chunky. I've got to measure it just so you can see. So let's have a look. That's almost 3 centimeters thick. That's a really thick book. That's crazy. So really happy with this. The cover art's fantastic. So this is the limited edition cover art that comes with all the Dominion sets. And so when you pick up the book separately, you still get this image on the front, but you'll see all the text and everything like that. So I think this is a really nice feature and a good reason to get that Dominion box. It's really nice to have something like this. And then there's the side, the spine, and then on the back, simply, this is the time of turmoil, this is the era of war, this is the age of Sigmar. And there we go, a bit more images. So really nice book. I mean, this looks fantastic already. But let's pop it open and then we can have a quick flick through. I'm not going to go in detail in this video, but I will do a separate video where we actually go through the book. So once I've had a chance to have a look through and read it, and I can just give like my first impressions. And I think as someone who's new to Age of Sigmar, it'd be interesting to have a read through and just see what it's all about. But here we go. And as soon as we open it up, we've got a really nice image again. That's the same image that comes on the protective sheets. And I can kind of smell it from here. Real nice smell, so perfect. And I think the artwork's going to be great. So I'm really looking forward to spending some time having a really good look through this. And then in the contents, we're going to get a lot of narrative. So from the start of the book until page 245, it looks like it's all narrative and then going into all the different factions. So a lot of reading here. And it did tell us in some of the articles and videos building up to it that this is going to take us right through from the beginning all the way up to date, so we can learn all about the lore. So that's something that really interests me as someone who's new to the game. And I've got to admit, trying to like learn it and figure it out and learn about the lore of it all has been, you know, where do you start? There's so much going on. It's such an in-depth game that having it all in one book now, bringing us from the start right up to date, is really appealing. So I love that. And then we're going to look at the core rules, and then open play, narrative play, match play, conquest unbound, and so that's going to give us all the information we need there. Now, if you haven't got the book and you don't want to get it, you can download the core rules for free. You're not going to get all the lore, and you're going to be missing some of the other parts, but you can get the core rules for free. And I've done a video on that too, so check that out on the channel if you're interested. And then let's just flick through quickly. I'm not going to go through every page here because we'll do that on a read through. But first impressions, this is stunning. I mean, the artwork's going to be amazing. Look at this. Really great. Really nice. And then it's going to go through things like collecting. I'll just do like a few pages at a time. I've always liked seeing these images in like White Dwarf and stuff like that. And then the Age of Myth. And then we're going to start learning all the lore. So this is perfect. And we get this nice ribbon here as well. Let's get that out, little marker. Get that out of the way. Okay, it's just packed with artwork. This is fantastic. Really great quality. Look at that. Really nice. Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing all the maps too. I love maps. I like drawing them. I like looking at them. So this is awesome. This is going to be packed with maps. Let's keep flicking through, and then it's going to go through each of the factions. I guess just like an overview, pretty much like with Warcry, where there's a couple of pages for each faction, but being specific as to Age of Sigmar and what they're up to. Yeah, and more maps. Another nice map. super impressed with this book. This is crazy. Really nice. I think if you're buying it separate, it's still worth it for the money. This is really good. The work that must have gone into this is insane. So some nice photos, nice artwork. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting through this. I'll do a separate video so we can really talk through it and go through it in detail. And then we're going to get to the rules. And they've done this where they put all these little notes by the side, and they've changed it so it's all numbered. So if you need to find something quickly, it shouldn't be like hard to get there and pick out the bits you need, so you're not flicking through the book too much, because that was always off-putting for me with Age of Sigmar, the amount of rules, and then just I didn't fancy going back and forward to the book constantly. They kind of get you out of the whole, you know, immersion of playing the game, so that was a bit off-putting, but I'm hoping that this will speed that up. But this is good, really nice. But what do you think about this book? It looks great, right? Awesome. And then that brings us to the end of the book, and it's got all these that we can then photocopy and use. Our army roster, finishing with that nice artwork again, and then that's the back of the book. So there we go. That's all the contents now, and we finished with the core rulebook. Okay, that was close. I nearly forgot the bases. So we're going to get a 65mm round, 105mm oval, and then a big bag with all different sizes in for all the other miniatures. So that's everything that was included in the Dominion box set, plus the freebies that came with it from a local store. So I've got to say, this is crazy. What a great box full of awesome stuff. Tons of sprues, tons of miniatures. The book is fantastic, really nice, and I love the war scrolls as well. So I'm really happy with all the details on these miniatures. They're just much better than I even thought they would be. I can't wait to get these painted. But what do you think of it so far? Have you got your box set, or just from seeing it here, is this something that interests you? And what do you like the best? What's your favourite thing about the box set? So I'd love to hear what you think. And if you haven't got already, but you are interested in picking it up, then I'll put links to Element Games and Wayland Games in the description below. And I checked last night, and it was still available, so you can get it at Wayland Games. They were doing 20% off, making it just over £99. Element Games had it for £106, and even Games Workshop still had it in stock at £125, the full RRP, but you did get those collectible tokens, like coin tokens, with it as well. So we'll see how many more and how much longer they're going to be available online with Games Workshop, but they're certainly still available at the discount online retailers, and even my local game shop still got a few left. So really good news. I think the whole launch is a lot better. You've got to be happy with this. I mean, it's available to everyone. Great value for what you get. Some awesome miniatures. That book, the amount of work that's gone in that book is just crazy. So good. And I was really impressed with this War at Amberstone Watch 2. Not what I expected, but a nice little guide to all the units that are included. But overall, really happy. I'm really glad I picked this up now, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope it gave you a good look at what's included in the box. And if you haven't picked it up yet, you can decide whether this is something you'd like to add to your game. But thanks so much for watching. Have a great time getting your box assembled and getting all your miniatures together. And please like this video if you like it, subscribe for more videos like this, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to join me next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games. If you like this kind of content and would like to support the channel, then please check out my Patreon page. And thanks to everyone who's joined so far. It's really awesome. We hang out on Discord, talk about the hobby, share ideas and help each other out. And you'll get some perks there that you're not going to find anywhere else. So I'll put a link in the description, and it'd be great to see you there.